There is a town in western Hunan province where the river remembers everything. The Tuojiang, the river of Tuo, has flowed past these wooden still houses for more than 1,000 years. It has carried the reflections of lanterns and the laughter of festivals, the grief of floods and the silence of wars. The town is called Fenghuang, Phoenix, because legend says it was built at the spot where two phoenixes came to rest. Perhaps that is why it has survived everything. What the phoenix knows above all else is how to rise. The houses that line the river were built on stilts of cedar wood, driven into the riverbed, rising above the water, projecting out over the current as though reaching for something on the other side. They have no foundation in stone. Their foundation is the river itself. The Miao people who built them understood that you do not resist a river. You learn to live above it. You let it pass beneath your floor, beneath your sleeping children, beneath your dreams. And in the morning, when the mist lifts, you look out and the water is still there, faithfully, indifferently, carrying the world downstream. The Miao people have lived in these mountains for 3,000 years. They are one of China's oldest ethnic minorities, their history stretching back before the first dynasties, before the writing of the first records, before the idea of China itself had fully formed. They brought to this valley a culture of extraordinary beauty. The silver headdresses worn at festivals can weigh 4 or 5 kilograms. Massive cascades of handcrafted ornament, flowers and birds, and phoenixes shaped from metal by craftsmen whose techniques have not changed in centuries. And the embroidery, stitched by hand in colors so precise and patterns so complex that each garment takes years to complete. In the thread and the silver, the Miao carry their history. They write it on their bodies because for a long time they had no written language. The cloth is the book. During the centuries when other ancient towns were rebuilt or demolished or simply forgotten, Fenghuang remained. Its streets of blue stone, its red-painted wooden shop fronts, its 12 gates in the ancient city wall, they survived because the town was too remote to be easily reached by the forces of change. Geography became protection. The mountains that once isolated the Miao people also sheltered their town. And so today, when you walk down Fenghuang stone streets, you walk where merchants walked in the Ming Dynasty. You look out through windows that opened onto the same river 700 years ago. The past is not a story here. It is the ground beneath your feet. Every year at the Miao New Year, the town puts lanterns on the water, small paper boats, each with a flame inside, released into the Tuojiang at dusk. The river carries them away, past the stilt houses, under the stone bridges, around the bend where the mountains close in and the water darkens. Each lantern is a wish. Each one carries something you want to let go of, or something you want to call forward. The river does not sort them. It carries them all equally, as rivers always have, the wishes of the living and the memories of the dead, all moving together downstream toward the sea. Watching them go, you understand something about time that cannot be said in words. You can only watch it happen and feel the knowing arrive quietly, like water. The phoenix, in Chinese mythology, does not simply survive. It transforms. It burns and is reborn, carrying forward only what is essential: the fire, the form, the will to rise. Fenghuang the town has done this many times. Floods, fires, wars, the long forgetting of centuries. Each time the people rebuilt, not because they had to, because this is their place. Because the river is their memory, and the mountains are their witness, and the still houses are their promise. That even in the most uncertain of times, beauty is worth building. That a town where lanterns float on the water at dusk, where silver headdresses catch the last light, where an old woman walks the same stone street she has walked for 80 years, that such a place is worth preserving, worth returning to, worth carrying forward into whatever world comes next.